Earlier this week, I shared with you one of my favorite flows to warm up a class. Now I'm going to share with you one of my favorite mini flows to cool down a class. I love snake and I love a good hamstring stretch. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to blend a snake with a stretch. So I have one red spring on. I don't want it to be too challenging because this is supposed to cool down the body and it's supposed to be a nice stretch, so I don't want it to be too hard. So I'm going to start with my right foot in the center of my carriage. My left foot is going to cross over. My toenail polish is going to be on top of the reformer. My shoulders are over my hands. I'm going to slowly open the carriage, drop the pelvis to the floor, lifting my chin. I'm going to hold right there. I'm going to press into my left hand, cinch that waist, drag the carriage back under. I'm working that left side. I'm dropping the pelvis. I get a nice stretch, much like a cobra, and then I lift the chin. Now I'm going to press into my left hand, lift the ribs away from the foot bar, draw the belly in. So I come into an extreme flexion, and now I'm going to go into extreme extension with a little bit of rotation, so it feels good. And again. Now I'm going to take my left hand, bring it to the center of the foot bar. My right hand is going to be here. I'm going to circle it around. Hand comes to the thigh. Now I'm going to press into my left hand, lift up and over. Notice I'm bending under that left waist as much as possible. A little bit of lateral flexion. I'm going to inhale, open, as well as spinal rotation. Exhale, I'm going to lift from the armpit first. Rotate over. One more. It feels good. Obviously, clients can keep both hands down if they need to. I'm going to close the carriage all the way. I'm going to come down onto my left knee, and I'm going to bring my right foot up onto the foot bar. I'm going to do 3 variations here. The first variation is going to be a little bit more vanilla. Shoulders are down. I'm going to slowly open all the way out, keeping both hands down. I'm going to bring my nose towards my knee, and I'm going to hold right there. Apparently, I forgot to silence my cell phone, so you can probably hear that ringing right here. It's probably my mother. And again, slowly open and hold. Now, the next variation, I'm going to bring both hands up to the ceiling. I'm going to try and stay lifted right here. First thing I do is I open. Then, if I feel comfortable, I drop down to the split. And then I bring everything back in and up. I'm going to do it one more time. I have to look straight ahead or else I can't do it. Open first, then I lower down. It's a lot like the standing front splits, but kneeling. I actually think this is a little bit more challenging. Now I'm going to bring my hands down. The left hand is going to stay here. I'm going to circle my right arm out, and I'm going to find a nice diagonal right there. And then I'm going to bring it back in. One more here. Always find your breath and exhale, hold. I'm going to bring it back in. Now, I'm not one of the most flexible people in the world. If I can do this, you can probably do it too, or at least work up to it. We're going to start with our snake on the other side. So now my left foot is facing the windows, and it's about the center of the carriage. The taller you are, the farther back your foot is going to be. I'm going to cross my right foot over, toenail polish on the carriage. Shoulders over your hands. Pelvis to the floor. Lift the chin. Now I'm going to press into my right hand. I'm going to lift my chest away from the foot bar, finding that hollowed out capital C curve in my spine. Slowly opening, pelvis to the floor. Find a nice cobra stretch. Extension right here. Now I'm going to drop my head round my back, coming into flexion. I'm going to do one more here. Pelvis to the floor. Lift the chin. Right here, lift away from your foot bar, hollow out as you come in. Now I'm going to take my right hand, I'm going to bring it to the center. Left hand is here. I'm going to circle it around. Open. And then exhale, lift up, hollowing out that right armpit, dragging my foot under, definitely working the obliques and the lats of the right side, and so much control. Now I'm going to bring my right knee down. And I'm going to go into the high lunge here. So first, I'm going to stick with a pretty vanilla variation. Both hands are going to stay down for 2 reps. Hips are pressed forward, shoulders are down. I'm going to slowly open it out, and I'm going to hold. I always start simple and slowly build in difficulty and challenge and coordination. One more here. and I take it nice and slow. If I build a stretch into my flow, my clients are more likely to stretch. All right, so now hands are here. I'm going to connect under the shoulder. This is not my good side, guys, so we'll see how I do. I'm going to open it out. I'm going to drop down. Whew, and then I'm going to come back up. And I've got one more. I'm connected under the shoulders. I'm lifting from that pelvic floor. I'm going to open it out, drop it down. This is the part right here. It's like, am I going to come up? I did it. All right, right hand is going to come down. I'm going to circle my arm out to the left, find that diagonal, hold, and then back in. Last one here. And back in. And not only did I stretch the body, I challenged the body and added some coordination and balance in it. So it's a great way to end class because it's still challenging and you don't end with just a stretch where everyone starts gabbing. So you're working to the very end. That's what I like about challenges and flows like this.